walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello and welcome to Dad's Drafts. Now, today we're going to do something completely new. It's time for the new draft of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Now let's get right into this. If it's your first time, feel free to click some buttons, if you like what I do, but most especially give me feedback. So if you see me do any silly plays or maybe stupid picks, please point them out so that I can actually get better at this game. Very enthused about this set. I've done a pre-release. I know most of the cards, but I have no idea how this will go. So let's just see and find out, I guess. I think this is one of those sets where it really pays off if you see which colors are open, so that in the end you can pick up the good 4-color or 3-color cards. Alright, let's see what we get to work with. Okay, so there's a Desperate Measures, which is an okay trick. Most of the times you get 2 cards from it. Maneuver is amazing. I don't really know what this does. So 2 mana, add 1 color, spend only to cast a creature spell. Okay, that's fine. Until end of turn, target creature you control with power forward against trample, and when it deals damage to a player, draw a card. I think that's actually pretty decent. Simply because there's quite some creatures, and it doesn't cost you any mana to actually activate the ability. Also, it fixes, so if you want to go 3 or 4 colors, that's easy. I'm not sure if it's better than the maneuver, but I guess I'll try it out. Other interesting cards are the Poised Practitioner. Even if you're not in a flurry deck, I think this does a lot of work many times. But as I said, it's my first draft. Probably the Knockout Maneuver is the best pick, but I'm just going to take the Heirloom here and see where we go. Being open for all colors is, I think, one of the best options. Descendant of Storms is amazing if you are a bit into an aggressive deck. There's a Pack Beast, which I love, because most of the times this will be 4 or 3 mana, draw a card. But there's also the Sage of the Fang, which I think is probably the best pick here. It's either a 3/3, and it triggers all your counter stuff, but also if you exile this from a graveyard, you can put a counter on something and then double the amount. So out of the graveyard, it puts 2 counters on something. And if the creature already has a counter, it actually puts 3 on them, so it's very strong. Dragon Spray, decent removal, but I think I'll just stay in green and cut off as much green as I can. I know this card, but not from this set. It's return 2 target permanent cards from graveyard to the hand. Attacker player shuffles up to 4 cards. Okay, that's okay, I guess. Okay, this is rare. 5 mana, 3/6, lifelink. When it enters, search your card for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard. Okay, so I guess that works very well, of course, with the whole renew thing. I'm not sure if it's good. This one might actually be better. But I am down to trying something with renew. So let's just take this and see where we go from here. Okay, well, there's still some pretty strong green cards. I like the Wildling for fixing purposes. And I think in this set, this Resolve is actually mainboardable because there's a lot of creature with flying. I also like the Blizzard, but I don't know what my second color will be, so I want to try and stay in green. This gets hexproof and from monocolored. Each color of the creature it targets. Okay, so that is good with the Lode's Light Dancer, of course, but that's about the only gold card we have. There's also the Monument, but I think we are going to need some removal, and I assume that we can pick some of these up later on, because it seems as if our colors are clearly open. Okay, well, still some pretty decent card here. This would go very well if we actually do some stuff with the renew ability. And I might want to try it, though there's also this Formation Breaker, which I think is probably better. I had this in a pre-release and it does a lot of work. Once you get a counter on this, on turn 3 for instance, with the Sage of the Fang, this becomes a 4/4 that cannot be blocked for quite some turns. So I'm going to take the Formation Breaker, but I would like to try the thing with the Anchor, but I think it's also somewhat of a trap. I don't mind this one too, by the way. It mills us, which helps us with the Renew. So let's just see if we can get some Renew going, or Harmonize, what's it called? Renew or Harmonize, both are good. The difference with Harmonize is you can tap a creature to also pay for the ability. Trawlers. When it enters, you may exile a creature card. When you do, return instant sorcery card from grave to your hand. I think that's very strong. This is good if you need the fixing, but it seems so far that we are good with the mana. I like the Bloodflies too, but it's not that strong in normal sets. And I think this is pretty much a trap card, because I don't think it will happen that often. So I'm going to see if we can end up in blue-green, which seems to be open enough. I like all these blue and green cards. Serpent is good. I like the dragon as well. But we want to try some Renew stuff, otherwise there's no point in playing this. I also like the Resolve, but I'm not sure if the Resolve is better than the Serpent, since this is a body. And also wouldn't mind this one. I'm just going to take the Serpent here. I'm not even sure yet. No, I'm going to take the Resolve. We might end up not playing this, and then it's fine if we end up with this removal spell. Dragonstorm, when it enters, okay, that's pretty decent. There's this Night Watch, which goes well into our colors. But since we didn't pick up a lot of Renew stuff yet, I think I'll take the Envoy and see if maybe we can end up with some black-green counter payoff stuff. I think this card is good anyway. So there's something to help us with our mana. I like the dragon too, but I think I'll just take this for fixing purposes. I think we will see quite a few more of these. Wow, that's a very late Serpent. Taking it. This could also work nicely with the Lotus Light Dancers. But I don't want to build around this specifically. Okay, Snakeskin Veil is amazing, and I will take it here. We have some counter stuff, payoff dudes. I'm taking this. We never know what we are going to draw. So that is not actually... I'll take the Tawny back. We might end up in just those 3 colors. Okay, so we are most definitely blue-green, which is open. We don't know yet about either red or black. We could play both. A 2/2 flyer for 2. When a card leaves your graveyard during a turn, draw a card. Okay, well that is pretty good. Especially if you have some, for instance, the enchantment that we could get. There's also this Skirmish, which is pretty much just an amazing destroy spell. But as I said, I don't know if we're either black or red. So I want to keep my option open, and I think this is a good card for our deck anyway. And let's just see if we can now focus a lot on more Renew cards. And I think the Sage is exactly what we want. Oh, Traveling Botanist is amazing. It's pretty much when it becomes tapped, you draw a card, and it goes very well with our Renew stuff. So I think I will take that. It's also pretty decent. This one might come around, but I'm not sure. And still, we don't know our 3rd color. I like the Serpent. I hope to get that soon. But I'm just going to pick this one and see if we can pick up any Renew cards that we can. Let me just see. We have 1, 2, 3 ways. 3 ways to get stuff out of our graveyard as it is right now. So I'm not sure if this will actually happen that often. I think I'll take the Riverwalk technique over it. I don't think we have enough Renew cards, and I'm not sure if we will have enough Renew cards. Wow, another Night Watch. Well, this does help us getting stuff into the graveyard. And I guess I'll take it. Nothing really else that I'm missing out on. Okay. Another one or a serpent. Guess I'll take the serpent here. Oh, this is very nice. So, picking this up, this is a 2/3 flyer with Ward 2, which means on the turn you play it, it will most often not be removed the next turn. And you can exile 2 cards from my graveyard if you do put a +1/+1 counter. We have some +1/+1 counters, and we have some ways where it pays off to actually remove stuff from our graveyard with the skimmer. So I think we are brewing here. Loving the Appraiser. I think this card is amazing. And now we want some self-mill and maybe some bigger dudes. And let's be honest, we have the Formation Breaker, but so far, I mean, where's the card? The Heirloom. So far we don't have any creatures with power 4 or greater. Okay, might pick up the land here. Yeah, I'll just take the land. I want to make sure that I can play the cards that I'm putting in my deck. So we could have a counter spell or another Snakeskin Veil. And I think the Snakeskin Veil is probably better. Okay, so there's a Harmonized card. Not sure if I will play it, but if we end up having to do stuff from our graveyard and make this leave, it is a way. But I would like to pick up some of the big bombs which help harmonize. For instance, you get a big elephant or whatever. And then I would still switch to red, most definitely. Creature count is nice. Could use maybe 1 or 2 more removal spells, but these are also pretty much removal spells. Crocodile is decent. I don't think we will play it. As I said, I'm not sure if... Still not even sure if black is our 3rd color. Okay, well, this is an interesting card. LSV said that there's a way to actually do stuff with this, but you have to be in the Omen deck, which we are not. Stag is pretty decent. I think this is meant to enable the... What is it? The way of getting cards out of the graveyard, because it has 5 power. But I think the thing for us to get here is Lie and Wait. I would also like the Disciple, but I think the removal spell which gets something back from the graveyard is amazing. So I'm taking this, but I have to consider finding some more ways to mill. Okay, well, that won't be happening a lot. I think there's another skimmer which I will gladly take here. And now, let's see. I want to make stuff leave my graveyard. Wow, well, this works. Another one of these. I would also like the Trawlers, but I think a return something and remove something is amazing. Don't think I will play that one. Okay, so now we're getting all the removal spells. What do you think when it casts the dragon? Target opponent, target creature with power. Okay. So it is okay, but I think the maneuver is better for us. So I will take that. Messing up our curve just a tiny bit. Don't think I will play the crocodile. There's some more mana fixing. Counter spell. I think I will take this. 4/2 trample, which has the renew ability, which will trigger our skimmers. So at this point I'm just trying to get all the renew cards, and now I actually might pick up the anchor, which no one wants. Also I like the focus the mind. Okay, well, I think I'll take the solid removal spell over the anchor. That will definitely be a 4-drop. Oh, this is very nice. I'm taking this simply because if you can get some counters on this thing, it can do two things. Either it mills the opponent out and they have to remove it, or I can mill myself a bit, which helps us out. Wouldn't mind one more land in our colors, but other than that, this is looking pretty interesting. Don't think I need that one. Appraiser, always play the Appraiser. Well, I'll always play another Appraiser. But this was we will never trigger this with a black card. Well, we could put in the Crocodile simply for the Lotus Dancer to find. But we do have to do some cutting. This can help us mill. I think I can play one fewer of these. Nice top end card. Guess I'll take it. There is the Trawlers, we got that back. Which also helps us with getting stuff out of the graveyard. So I don't think we actually need this because we have better removal spells. I will play 2 Night Watches because we want to put stuff into the graveyard. Crocodile is decent. Don't think this will happen a lot. I think I have to cut the rare that I first picked. Because, well, of course we will be having some counters. Oh, maybe it's good enough. It ramps. Sure, and it fixes well. Okay, let's try it. Guess I'll cut one of these. I do need to cut some 3-drops. I love these. Ah, this is difficult. This will be a 4-drop, most definitely. Why do I have 21 creatures? My goodness. Okay, well, let's just get rid of this one. We have 7 blue sources, 8 green, so let's get rid of one of these. And now we need to do 3 more cuts, which will most definitely be creatures. Which one is better? It's of course the Sage of the Fang. This will happen a lot, I guess. Okay, we have enough interaction to get rid of that one. And Formation Breaker might be a bit of an aggressive card. I'm not sure if it's best in our deck. Okay, well, I'm going to cut it. Interestingly enough, we actually cut the first 2 picks that we did. I'm not sure if it's the right call. If you disagree with me, please do let me know. But let's see if we can get some renewing going. Good evening, Charlie. Okay, so we've got all 3 colors. And I think this is a pretty decent hand. We can mill something and then return something. We've got some removal spells if need be. I should maybe put in the white land, simply to maybe play this for 3 someday. And I can put it instead of an island. So it's no real loss. It makes our hand a bit slower, I guess. That's a very nice top deck. Let's hope he plays something that we can attack into without dying. And even if it does die, maybe it's not the worst. Okay, so we can attack into that. And I think I will. Let's attack first and see what we hit. I will put it into the graveyard. Wow. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'm very happy with hitting some lands. Do we have any double green or double blue? I guess I need green most. So I will keep that on top. Okay. Do I mind trading some of these? I don't think I do. And by attacking with the botanist, we still get some value. We are filling our graveyard. And this is actually a very nice combination. Now we have the Sculptor, we can exile some stuff from our graveyard. And then we can use the Sage of the Fang to put a lot of counters on this dude. And we have another Sage. Okay, +3/+0. Okay, well this is an easy block. Doesn't have first strike or anything. Okay, that's lovely. So this renew costs 4. And renew is not the one that you can pay for. So let's just do this first. And the next turn the flyer will be even bigger. If it survives, of course. But we can always return it to our hand. Okay. Well, this doesn't look too good for him. I'm very happy to see this. Let's get the Serpent out and that one out. And let me think. I could return this to my hand. And then we'll have a somewhat free attack. But let's just be a bit greedy here. And just casually put a lot of counters on this thing. Okay, good game. Yep. Yeah, that hurts. Okay, well, first game impression. Our deck is doing what it should do. Put some counters, renew some stuff, fill the graveyard. I'm down. Now, I don't expect every game to go like this. I should get some titles on this account too. Okay. 3-drop, perhaps removal spell, and then this one will be very good with the Fang. So I'm keeping. I still didn't put in the land, by the way. Which I should after this. So whenever this game is over, put in the land. Okay. Really hope to draw a land. Otherwise I have to use the Night Watch to get the land. Okay, well, we are not blocking. That's lovely. Let's just go for maximum value here. Draw a card. Would like blue at some point, of course. But we've got some removal spells. We've got some mill. And we've got more board presence than he does. So I'm not blocking. Okay, so that is something that I want to kill. And I guess I'll just do it right now. I'm not sure why that thing asks for that, by the way. I'm just trying to put some pressure on him, making him stop attack. But we do need to find a either another one of these so we can finish the game, or I need an island to get the blue source. Good evening, Jorn. Welcome. I wonder if he... Yeah, I think he will still attack, right? Okay, so there's the blue source, which I'm very happy with. Now, if I attack with both, I can do these two. And if he does block or doesn't block, I can use the resolve. Seems like he does have something. So I'm just going to attack with the envoy alone. I don't mind the Sage of the Fang dying. What do you have? Indestructible. Okay. Okay, well that's fine. Let's just do a chump. I guess I have to chump. 3-3 or a 3-2. I think this is the better option here. So let's just do this. See what we can keep. I think I want another island. And now if he attacks, I will just double block the victor. We will take some damage, but we should be fine. See if he does a trick, and otherwise I'm fine with this trade. Seems like he's going to get aggressive and just pump. But then again, this trade is good. I don't think he really thought this through, but you don't know. Okay. So we draw a land. I guess we play the Appraiser. So this is why the Salt Road Pack Beast is so good. So we are at 6. It's going to be very difficult now. But I think it's just going to be Appraiser. Hopefully draw something that can block. I'll put that one into my hand. That can block nicely. Yep. Nice crocodile next turn. Now he can pump everything. So we don't have amazing blocks. So let's just do the best that we can. We need some kind of life gain. He is too aggressive for my liking. Guess he's not pumping, which makes sense. And maybe keeping the crocodile is not the best call. I just need to draw a removal spell and we should be good. Ouch. If you control another target you control gains flying on the end of turn, attacking tokens you can... Okay. So he can give something flying, so we're not dead yet. We have to keep up the resolve. Let me think. Can I untap the land? I want to untap it. Seems like they will not let me untap it. Okay, well. I think I have to wait for him to attack, block the Sky Rider, then use the resolve on the Bearer of Glory. Oh my goodness. Well, this will be very difficult now. We are still alive, but I don't see a way out of this actually. We need some kind of fight or bite or whatever spell. That is a flyer. That doesn't help. Well, it somewhat helps, but it's not amazing. Yeah, I should have put the crocodile into the graveyard. I'm doing the same thing again. Oh. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We're in jumping duty at 2 life. Well, you never know. It's just too bad that we have to block everything, otherwise we die. So I don't think we can draw our way out of this actually. This is going too wide and too fast. I also misplayed. I mistapped once and I kept the crocodile on top. Wish we had a board wipe, but I don't think we do. Well, it has lifelink. I don't think it's enough, but at least we can try something. I'm not sure why my chair just went all the way down. Put those cards into your graveyard and shuffle. So I'm going to put the serpent and that one into the graveyard. And if we survive one more turn, maybe we can get out of this. I should have played the heirloom, by the way. Never mind, of course. Good game. Yep. Well, maybe the lifelink could have been enough. But as I said before, I should have dropped the crocodile instead of keeping it on top. Putting the +1/+1 counter on something with lifelink would have helped. So we're 1-1. Now, as I said before, it's the first time I'm drafting this set. I don't expect too much of it, but then again, everybody is. But I think a lot of people did way more research beforehand than I have done. Okay, Frank, you don't look like a Frank. Frankly. Sure, I guess. Let's just hope to have this one find ourselves our forest. Yet again, I forgot to put in the tapped land instead of the island. Forest would be lovely. Oh, there goes my forest. Classic. Classic Magic the Gathering. Well, that's 3 damage. I need land. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to mill myself and it's going to be a land. Huh. Well, I think we're pretty much dead anyway. He's curving out. We missed 2 land drops. Well, I'm pretty sure he has nothing. Otherwise he would have attacked with a Sentinel too. Need land, come on. Okay, that's a land. Wow, he's already good gaming me. I'm going to play the Night Watch. Most definitely putting a land on top. Oh, that's also pretty decent. We don't even have a land to put on top. So I guess I'll take the removal spell. Mill him 1. And next turn we can just return whatever. The Night Watch or anything really. And I will block, of course. But again, opponent going wide and we are missing lands, which is an unfortunate combination. I fear this will yet again end in the opponent having more creatures than us and eventually killing us before we can stabilize. We take 7. Actually 8. So we're at 6 already. I don't think this can actually even bring us back into the game. Yeah. Okay, good game. We have one more turn. And it's going to be a land, of course. Yeah. This is classic. You draw something, it's not a land. You mill something, it is a land. And that would not be a problem if it weren't for the fact that we actually badly needed some lands. Okay, well, I'm going to make 2 adjustments. I'm going to remove an island and put in the tapped land that we have. I'm going to remove the crocodile, and we have 3, 7 and 7. We need green mostly at the start, so I'm actually going up to 17 lands because, you know, losing twice because of mana screw. And the crocodile, it is a good card, but it's just too expensive. And I'm fine if we play the rare that we can just find 2 cards. Okay. All the colors, nice start, keeping. And hopefully the botanist will either secure our land drops or put some useful stuff into the graveyard. Unfortunate that we are not on the play. Now we're drawing a lot of land. Well, this would have been a crocodile otherwise. Okay, so We don't want him to put any counters, and we are still drawing lands. I'm just going to put a counter on this one. Get ourselves a free swing, and either... no, I'll keep that on top. Interesting sleeves. I'm not yet sure if I'm going to chump next turn with the... I can't, by the way. It has menace. So, well, this is aggressive. I wonder what he has. Alright. So I'm not playing the tap land because I want to keep up the Snakeskin Veil. And we just play the Night Watch, and then we can... I should have played the Night Watch first, so that I could have put a land on top. So that's an oops. Yeah, let's just put those in the graveyard. I should have done it differently, so that was my bad. But we have some decent plays. We can put a lot of counters and stuff. And he doesn't have great attacks anymore. It requires a lot of thinking, this set. Like, when do you surveil or whatever? Lying Wait is amazing, by the way. So, however he attacks, I think I'm going to double block the Outrider, if he does. Okay, well, this is good for us. And let's just pop this right now, because we have the Trawlers. I put that into the graveyard so that I can use this on that next turn. And then we can return the... yeah, I'm fine with that. Wow. Okay. Surprising block there. Either he was suicidal or he gave up. Anyway, this it's clear to me that this set needs your full concentration, because already I've made 2 misplays where I should have played something differently because of the Botanist. You should only attack, or you should most definitely attack with the Botanist if you know what's on top. And there are many ways to know that in this set. Okay, 2-drop Advisor. We just need to draw a land and eventually our black source for Lion Wait. But I don't think there's a rush. Skimmer is very nice. all we need is just some ways to... that's not the best draw, by the way. Get some stuff leaving our graveyard. That's also a terrible draw. Would like some lands now, please. Or maybe just one land. Oh, please, deck. Yep. This is very unfortunate. At least we have something to play. So half of our library is now lands, which makes the odds of us drawing it something useful a lot better. I'm fine with him sacrificing something if he wants. Okay, there's a land. Now these appraisers will most definitely find me hopefully a black source. So that we can do some stuff. And curve out. At least we could play lie in wait now and return something. Okay. Okay, well, we are drawing lands, which is good. I think we have to get the Trawlers back. Simply because I want to get rid of the Sharpshooter. Though, if we play the Skimmer, we can do the same thing again next turn. So I think the Skimmer is actually the better call here. We only have one blue. Okay, so we cannot. But the Serpent is a fine play against the Soldier. We're still at 18. Now what I would like to do is play our lie in wait when we have the Skimmer up. And if he doesn't play anything, I'll just bounce the token. So that's not the right color. So let's just add to the board and bounce a token. I think that's the best play here. We can do the same thing next turn. Or we could use this to put some stuff into our graveyard and get some lifelink. Still only one blue source. We could have played this last turn. This looks more expensive than it actually is. Let's see if the lifelink can help us out here. Find some green. Let's see, we want one of those. And also one of those. Cannon fodder. I'm not attacking. I think I need all the blocking that I can. But I would like to get a swing with the dancers, just for life gain purposes. But we do need another blue. Yep. Because if we don't get another blue, I think the best play will be the Skimmer and the Sage of the Fang. But I would love to play the Skimmer and Lie in Wait, but then we need another blue source. And get rid of this Sharpshooter. Interesting. Wonder what he has. I'm not even sure what tricks are in this thing. Let's just try it. I guess we're dead anyway. Okay. It's not a blue source, so we can gain a lot of life. But I don't think it's enough. So we have to use Lie in Wait, right? Our strongest creature is 3 damage, so we can no longer kill anything. Well, we can kill something, but nothing that really matters. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. Oh my goodness. I'm so dumb. I don't think it is enough when I attack. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Really, really, really unfortunate that we didn't draw our second blue source. Maybe if you draw one more blue source next turn, if we still live, we can play a serpent and kill something. What on earth? What just happened? That was strange. I wonder if we're up against... Wow, that's new. I'm not even sure if we got the loss from the game. I'm not sure what just happened. I'm keeping this, by the way, because of the heirloom, because we have some fixing. Next turn we can do Appraiser or whatever. That is unfortunate. Let's see if we can find a blue source. Mill all those lands. Unfortunately, no creature to mill. He can pay 5, sacrifice this artifact created to do some creature token. Okay. It seems like we can do both, which is nice. So I want something with Renew into my graveyard. That is not something with Renew, but I'll take it. It's a lovely tempo play, especially if he tries to equip this to something. I'm just going to offer the trade here. I'd rather have him trade it than kill my heirloom. So he's just jumping, sacrificing. We are looking good. We've got some stuff to exile. That's not the best target to bounce. I think we have to. Very unfortunate. Oh shoot. Well, it's just a body. And we didn't have anything to do with the lie in wait anyway. And it doesn't have hexproof. Okay, I think the sculptor is gone. And now if he attacks, I will just block, of course. Nothing to hit. Let's just attack like this. If he blocks, we can use lie in wait, because this is not a monocolored thing. And we can return the creature that just died, which is the Ice Witch Serpent. We draw a card. And we don't have a creature in the graveyard. So I'll just keep this. I think our hand is looking good. All the monuments. He's quite into the artifacts and enchantments. Okay, so I guess we win. It still has hexproof, so I guess we don't win. But we can do the same thing again with this one. So let's just attack with everything. He blocks. We use lie in wait. We get the Night Watch back. Draw cards. Play the Night Watch. And okay, good game. So I guess maybe eventually the disconnect that we got, which was very strange, I've never had that before, helped us out. And now I have 3 losses. Okay, well, I will most definitely make a ticket for this. That's unfortunate. I think it was a bug and we just got kicked out and couldn't reconnect to the new game. So I'll take this. I hope I will be refunded the gems. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you like what I did, feel free to let me know in any way or form, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.